Hey everyone, it's Melissa with Westalee, and I am excited to do my portion of the Color with Pencils quilt-along that we've been working on. So my color was purple. So this is what I have so far. I did the paper piecing for the top and used just a straight ruler to do the little lines in here to make it look like a pencil. I thought it turned out really cute. So really cute paper piecing pattern, really easy to use. So that is my color purple with all of my different fabrics on there. And for quilting, what I am going to do is use our serpentine templates. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with these. We have a set of 4, and again, they're called serpentine, and they just give you these really cool wave designs. And the nice thing about them as well is they have the, if you can see it up close, they have the 1/4 inch lines on them. So if you've ever used like our 12-inch arc ruler, you'll be familiar with those. But this helps you line it up, each one. That way you can keep them in line as you're quilting down. So they come with 2 different designs on each side. So this is the 7 and the 8, and you can see the different shapes it has there. These are kind of a little bit more subtle. Then we have the, let's see, 5, 6. This is the one that I'm going to be using, and it has a little bit more, as you go, they get a little bit more pronounced for these waves. But they're very cool to use, really good for like borders. I've also used them to trace and cut out fabric for different shapes and stuff, so they're kind of nice for that as well. Then this is the 2, 3. You can see how wild that one gets. Really big waves there on that one. And then we have the 1, 2. So really big sweeping ones here for this one. So they're a really cool set of templates. You can buy all 4, you can buy just one, but they're kind of nice to have if you like doing borders, or I was thinking for something like this where we have a really long run that we're doing, I thought it would be cool just to do some really neat waves on it. So I'll show you what I have done so far, and then we'll do the last of it together. Again, I'm going to be using this side, so this is number 5, and this is kind of what it looks like. Let me get this up here. So that is kind of what it looks like. So I thought it was just a nice, subtle, all the way down, we'll do these waves. I have it spaced about a 1/2 inch apart, and was just using a variegated purple and white thread to kind of go along with the purple theme for my pencil. But we're just going to keep doing that all the way across. And you can see how quickly it's going to fill up that space. I mean, maybe four or 5 more rows. And I left a little on the edge because we have to piece the other pencils together. So anyways, I thought it was going to be perfect for this. So I'm going to get my camera set up and get myself all set up here, and we will get to it. Okay, so the nice thing again is you have these etched lines on the template. So what I'm going to do is, you can see that they're 1/4 inch lines, and I'm just using, and then you have also these horizontal lines. So depending on where you want to start and stop your design, you can help use that to line yourself up. So I started, I'm going to say I used this line right here and just kind of lined it up to the edge of where the pencil tip starts. And then you can see this line right here is going right through that wave right in the middle, which is kind of what I want. Now I'm going to use the vertical lines to decide how far away I want the next wave to be. And I was doing 1/4 inch, which then would give me about a 1/2 inch away from the next one. And so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to line it up here and make sure got it where I wanted it. Nope. Get my foot down here. I'm going to butt my foot right up to that. Get my needle kind of set there, and then I can kind of adjust it as I go just to make sure I'm all lined up. And then it's really easy to use. We're just going to go down our template, keeping your fingers out of the way, of course. And you have to, if you have to readjust, which you will, which I will as well, I like to stop on those horizontal lines right there. That way, as I move this down, I can kind of reline myself back up. Let's unfold this because it's getting kind of long here. So I'm going to make sure that's like right where my needle's at again. And that way, so my waves stay in the same, like, hills and valleys. They don't get all out of sync with each other. So I'm going to line that right up here. And then again, you have the vertical lines right here. That's a 1/4 inch. So I have that right on my previous stitch line right there. And I can also kind of look down too and see if I'm getting off on the way all the way down, and it looks like I'm pretty spot on. So then I can just continue. Again, super easy to use. If you like waves or you just like that look, again, a good way to fill in a border area. If you have a long border and you don't want to do any really complicated quilting on it, this is an easy template to use. Let's go to this one. Work my way down a little bit further. And oops. Oh, nope, not right there. And I think it is easier to stop in a valley versus a peak. So I'm going to remember that for next time. Obviously you can do both, but I think it's a little easier to line back up when you're in a valley versus a peak. But anyways, it's really nice for, what was I saying? Oh, borders and stuff, again, or if you just have a quilt that you're not looking for a super complicated design on, they're great to use. They're really versatile, I feel like. So anyways, I thought this was a fun one to practice with. I don't, I mean, I haven't used them in a while, so it's kind of fun to get them back out again. We have so many templates and we've been doing so much with our club boxes that it's kind of fun to remember all the other templates that we have in our Westalee template line. We have so many, which is kind of cool because you get so much versatility. So I'm going to line this back up again and keep on going down. I was thinking it'd be fun for if you had like a beachy quilt project, this would be fun for like some, oops, I'm going to go back here and stop right here on right there in the little divot again. And move it around. Anyways, it'd be fun for like a beachy project if you had one. Do some little wave designs on it. I thought that would be kind of cute. Okay. And it just kind of flows along. You can see the different designs on our website. Again, if you've not used these before or seen them before, I don't even know if we have any classes out there on them. We might. Yeah, we have had them for a while. So then I'm just going to get down here and go right off the end, because again, we're going to be piecing this together, so that makes it kind of nice. I'm just going to follow it all the way through, kind of get off there onto my batting. Let's take a look. And there we go. You see the 3 different. It's nice. It's subtle. I like that it's kind of subtle too. It's definitely, there, the quilting's there. But yeah, so let's keep going. Let's do some more. Line this up. Oh, wait, I think I started here. I can start here, I guess. Oh, no, I have to start here. So I want to keep my peaks and valleys all on the same, all the way down. So looks like that's right. I was just going to get myself lined up here. I'm going to do another 1/4 of an inch. About right there. And I'm just making sure that's going through my middle. Oh, I got to start at the top. What am I thinking? I was like, no wonder something wasn't lining up right. I don't know where my brain's at this morning. Okay. This makes more sense. Alrighty. I think my middle's more about right there. And I'm lining up my line there and my line there. And, oops. Go ahead and get my needle down there and kind of get started. And adjust myself all the way down, and then I'm gonna go. This time I'm gonna go all the way down to this other one. I'm gonna stop right there. That way I have the good majority of the template to move down. And making sure I'm all lined up there again. And you can space them as far as close together as you want. That's what's nice about all the different reference lines on here. So I'm just doing a 1/2 inch, but you could do them bigger, or I could just do a 1/4 inch. I could bring them in tighter together. That's kind of makes them really versatile as well. And then you have all the different shapes of the waves, so you can make some really cool designs. Really easy to handle. I'm not using a lot of pressure. You know, I've got my staple tape on there, but it's super easy to work with. And again, if you have to stop and readjust your hands, stop and readjust your hands. Then I'm going to stop again in this little valley right here and move my template down. Making sure I'm lined up again. So how many of you have started the Quilt-Along? Have you done any pencils yet? I'd love to see any photos of what you guys have done or have done. It's a really cute design. I love it. Would make for a really cute, like, baby blanket or a gift. Let's see, lining myself back up. I did a little bit past my line, but so many reference lines, it's super easy to get yourself lined back up. And I think that'll do it. It's kind of fun going through and looking for all my purple fabric scraps. I didn't realize I had so many. This is a good way to get rid of your fabric scraps if you have a whole bunch lying around in different colors. There we go. That's what it looks like so far. It's looking good. Back up here to the top. Oh, a little piece of fabric there. And we're going to just keep going. So I'm going to finish this little run out. Looks like I have like 3 or 4, no, probably 4 more I could do. Start it right. I think it was right there. Okay. Keep forgetting where I started, so I have to go back up and there we go. And we are heading down again. Slide it, line yourself up, and keep on going. Is everybody excited for spring? We already have some bulbs coming up, so I'm super excited. I'm really excited about our spring club box. We have some fun templates in there. fun block design and little goodies. There we go. Keep going. See how easy it just makes those so easy to follow the template. You know, some templates are a little more difficult than others, but this one is just super easy to use. I feel like I'm going backwards though. Maybe I should have been going from left to right or right to left. Doesn't really matter, I suppose, but you could go either way. You just want to be able to use your previous stitch line to line yourself up. And I think it's kind of forgiving too. If you're a little bit off, you know, you're not going to really notice much if you're just looking for wavy lines. There we go. My foot's a little high too. I could probably lower it a little bit, but that's working. There we go. Go back to the top. There's my little waves showing up. I think they look kind of cool. All right. We're going to keep going. All right, I think we are at our last one that I'm going to be able to do before I'm off the edge here. So what do you guys think about how easy this is to use? You ready to add it to your template stash? I love it. I think it's pretty cool. And I am just going to finish this last little run. Quick and easy. Again, perfect for, you know, borders, or perhaps you just have that quilt project where you really wanted to focus on all the piecing you had done, so you don't want to detract from that, or maybe you have a really cool, I was thinking even a panel quilt. They make sometimes just really fast, really gorgeous gifts. There's some beautiful panels out there that you can add a couple like borders to the side of it and then use this to do some quilting on it, and it would go pretty fast. That'd be kind of cool. I like the look with the variegated thread too. It's kind of fun. A lot of ways to use them though. And just lining myself up. And you could switch it up. So as you did each row, you could offset the waves if you wanted. I mean, you don't have to keep them all kind of like symmetrical. You could really make some cool designs, I think, with it. Or maybe have them as like sun rays coming out. Like you could have this maybe, let me grab one. I don't know, maybe something like this one, and you had like a circle, and then you could use this as like some sun rays, and then just kind of move it as you do it. It'd be kind of a fun way to use it. Move this down, line myself back up. I'm gonna stop here because I'm almost to the bottom, and I just don't have to move the template again. So I'm going to get myself lined up here. There we go. Oops. Here we go, and that is it. There we go. Those are my waves. What do you guys think? Oops, I guess I should put it in the camera where you can see it. There are the waves. So again, starting at the top with my pencil, let me clip that little string there where I started. But that's the waves all the way down. Yeah, easy, fun. I think it's a nice little look for the pencil too. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you're having fun with this pattern. If you haven't gotten it yet, it is a free class on our university. It does have the paper piecing for the top of the pencil in it as well. Sorry, let me move my camera back so you guys can get a better view here. There we go. So it's a really nice, it's a really cool pattern. So thank you, Helen, for getting us to do this. And it's been a lot of fun. I am excited to see what all the other educators used, what templates they used, and then stay tuned and we'll show you the finished one. We're going to have all of our educators send in their pencils and we're going to put the quilt together. So we'll show you what it looks like when it's all finished. But anyways, thanks for joining. I hope you enjoyed it. And again, if you have not checked out our Serpentine templates, definitely do so. They are a fun template to have. All right, we'll see you next time.